Hello friends, welcome to Mariner's Point. Today in this video, I am going to explain about settling tank used on ship. What is settling tank? Let us understand. Settling tank is a tank which is in the engine room used for gravity waste pre-cleaning of fuel oil. Fuel is a mixture of heavy particles, water and sludge. We need to remove it before final use. As we know that fuel is used from service tank and before transferring into service tank we clean it through centrifuge. Before it we did gravity waste pre-cleaning of fuel oil, which is done in settling tank. What happens in settling tank? Liquid mixture in the settling tank slowly separate a heavier liquid and solid sinks to the bottom. That means heavy particles settle down in the bottom with time. Let us understand what is the purpose of settling tank and its use. Mainly, settling tank purpose of settling tank is to separate heavy solid particle and liquid liquid water from fuel mixture, which is done by gravity separation. How gravity separation done? We we keep in a tank fuel for long time, about 24 hours. Heavy particles get settled down, and then we drain this heavy particles and sludge and water from tank. This all question related to settling tank which search on Google. I have I tried to question in answer in this video. Question same, a settling tank did the work of separating heavy solid particle and water from mixture. Now, how many settling tank in ship? Generally, there are two settling tank, but depending upon the size of ship and fuel consumption, it may be more than two, but usually there are two settling tank and its capacity, each having capacity with sufficient for full load operation for all customers for 24 hours. Now we will discuss about design of settling tank. You understand what is the capacity for 24 hours on full load, it will supply to the engine. Now we discuss about settling tank design. Tanks should be designed in such a way so that separation of sludge and water and heavy particle is done efficient. Then how it design is like, I will show you image in the bottom. The tank bottom should be slow toward a sludge drain and the pump suction should be not near the sludge. Design should be like this. What will happen? Heavy particle and water will settle down and it go to the bottoms. And there is a drain, sludge drain, valve or cocks. From here we will remove this sludge, water and particles. That means design is like this. I will show you image. And, and in the settling tank there is a baffle plates provided. Why baffle should be provided? So that sludge and fuel does not mix. If baffle is not provided, what will happen? Then ship will roll fuel, clean fuel mixed with sludge and dirty particles. That's why baffle should be provided. And design of tank bottom should be sloped toward the sludge drain. It is so that heavy particles and water sludge will be settled down near drain near sludge space, from where through sludge then we will remove it. An ideal settling tank should have an inclined bottom to facilitate the separation and draining. Let I show you image of settling tank. This is the settling tank, and you can see slow, bottom is slow. What will happen? Solid particles settle down here. Now we will move to towards next question. From settling tank, fuel is transferred to service tank through centrifuge, and the suction is not from the bottom near the suction of near the sludge and solid particle. Why? It is because pump does not take suction of sludge and solid particle. If it takes, then we have problem with our pump. That's why suction is with some height. Now, in settling tank, temperature is provided. Temperature is fixed. First question is why temperature is provided in the settling tank. In the settling tank of ship, heating is provided through a steam line. If this is tank, steam in, steam out. That means temperature in the settling tank provided through steam. Now why steam is provided? Why temperature need in the settling tank? Temperature in fuel settling tank should be as high as possible to allow the dirt to settle. However, the temperature is required because separation of particle is efficient if temperature is high. That's why we need temperature in the settling. In the settling tank, what we did, settle heavy particles, and as the temperature increase, gravity separation is very efficient. But the temperature should be kept in limit. Its range is 75 degree to 7 degree. But why in between this? Temperature is not more than 75 because if temperature increases more than 75, there is a formation of asphalt ends. So when we keep temperature below 75 degree and not below the 7 degree, because if it is below 7 degree, then pumping action is not good. So to ensure pumpability, fuel 4.2 ensure pumpability, we need maintain temperature above 7 degree and not more than 75 degree. Next question, why fuel oil is heated in the settling tanks? I already told you, fuel oil is heated in the settling tank for faster separation of impurity. For this reason, settling tanks are provided with heating arrangement. Heating arrangement in the settling tank is a steam line. What are the factors for the rate of separation of impurity in the settling tank? There are so many factors for efficient separation. For separation, there are too many factors different. Some of them are if the if higher the density difference between oil and impurity, the rate of separation will be higher. Bigger size, if size of impurity is big, it will settle down very fast. Lower the viscosity of oil, better will be the lower the viscosity, it means higher the density. Higher the density, as we know that settle down very fast. Heating arrangement directly affects density. That's why heating arrangement provided. It helps in separation. As we know that temperature is range in efficient temperature is 50 to 70 degree. As we know that one solid contaminants with increase in size and more increase in temperature, it takes too much settle down. That's called catalytic fins. This compound take long time to settle down even when the fuel temperature is right, and its density is also more and size is also more. So then you remember this point, but solid contaminant calls catalytic fins. Now, very important things. What are the mountings fitted on the settling tank, or what are the safety devices fitted on the settling tank? I will show you figure. All the mountings are shown on the figure. First, I want to tell you, if this is settling tank, four pipeline is very important. One is filling line from double bottom tank or second settling tank. This is filling line, and one line is the top for recirculation line from purifier, and bottom two line is one line go to the fuel oil transfer pump and second line goes to purifier. Second line goes to purifier, and both valve is quick closing valve called a remote valve. If in the case of fire, we can shut off this valve from outside the engine. That's why it is provided quick closing valve. Now we come to the mountings. First is fuel outlet valve. Fuel outlet valve is connected with fuel oil transfer pump, and second pipe is with fuel oil purifier. This is a remotely operated quick closing valve fitted on the settling tank. Why it is provided? It is ready to operate from outside the engine room in case of emergency. What is the emergency? Maybe fire. Second fitting is air pipe. This pipe is led to the above to the upper deck level and external to the deck house. This is settling tank. This is air pipe. When we fill the fuel, air in the tank will come out through this, and on the top, this is in the upper deck level, and there is a screen, metallic wire gauge screen, which is called flame trap to prevent fire hazard. It is like this. When you will fill the oil in settling tank, you can fill here the settling tank is filling or not, because if tank is filling, air from the settling tank is coming out. Then you can also know from this air pipeline fuel is coming in settling tank or not. Flame trap is a safety device of settling tank which help to prevent fire hazard. Next, thermometer used for measuring the temperature of oil. Sludge cock. This cock is for removing drain water and sludge collected at the bottom of tank. You can see in this figure. This is sludge cock. All water and sludge particles settle down. We can remove through this. This line is going to fuel oil transfer pump or purifier. There is a two line. Fuel oil outlet pipe valve. Now overflow pipe, which is connected from top. Overflow pipeline is on top. If tank is filled overflow, then overflow takes place and it go to the double bottom tank. If diesel well, then it go to the double bottom tank. In the case of settling heavy fuel settling tank, there is overflow tank in the double bottom. This overflow pipeline connected with this overflow tank. If in the case of overflow tank, it go to the overflow tank. Alarms. These are the safety device. High fuel temperature and low fuel level alarms are fitted. What is the dumping valve? In the event of fire, one safety device keep closing valve outlet of the settling tank, which controlled remotely from outside engine room, which will cut off the fuel supply. That is outlet valve. Now dumping valve. This valve is used in the event of fire to dump the valve to the double bottom tank. What will happen? In case of fire, all the fuel oil is transferred to the double bottom tank. Dump all the oil. That's why called dumping valve. Quick closing valve. I have already told you. Outlet valve is quick closing valve. Why quick closing valve? You know very well. Now sounding valve. This pipe is provided to take the sounding of tank for checking fuel level. Duty engineer H take sounding of all tank in their watch. Now steam trap. What is a steam trap? This is tank. This is heating line. In the outlet line there is a steam trap. Why it is provided? When will a steam go? It will supply heat to the fuel, and then the steam will cool down because it transfer heat to the fuel, and it may chance of get condensed because it is transferred to the fuel. So we need to separate condensate water. Steam trap not only separate condensate water, it also separate non-condensate gas or particles. But problem with condensed water, it will restrict the flow of a stream. That's why we need to separate condensate water or non-condensate air. High and low alarms are fitted in the tanks, you know very well. Now, fuel while settling tank, fuel transfer. We will only discuss fuel transfer from settling tank to service tank or from double bottom to settling tank. We take bunkering. There are only 4 tanks. Service tank from fuel supplied to the engine, which is used. 2 settling tank, port or starboard, and third is double bottom tank, which called bunker tank. In settling tank, we can also take bunker. If voyage is long or if we have to take more bunker, then we can take bunker in settling tank. What will happen from double bottom tank? Through fuel oil transfer pipe, we put it in the settling tank where it will live for 24 hours, minimum 12 hours, but for efficient 24 hours where gravity separation takes place, and next it pass through centrifuge and put in service tank where it is used. Now this is heater to centrifuge and this is pump. This is all about settling tank. For optimal separation, 24 hours is necessary. I have already told you for using diesel engine, only purification by settling is not enough. So what we did is pass through centrifuge and draining of settling tank regularly once in a watch, because due to gravity separation water will settle down. If we did not drain out, water level will increase, and what will happen, pump takes suction of water and sludge, and and we will face problem after that. That's why duty watch keeper in a watch must drain their must, must drain settling tank. Now one time we see the figure of settling tank. This is a gauge glass filling line, high level arm and low level arm. This is heating arrangement. This is a door, manhole door. This is sludge tank. This is fuel outlet valve, and this is a sounding pipe. Floating is provided to give sounding. This is a pipe go to the deck where flame trap is provided. Here in the sounding pipe weighted cock is provided. If not weighted cock provided, something fall down. Then we have problem. That's why it works like this. It will be weighted. If when we move up, then this valve, this sounding pipe will open, and generally when it is in the down condition, then it is closed. This is all about settling tank used on the ship. We know very well what is the use of settling tank. Thank you.